Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! Ever since having become a part of the Descendants of Zombie soundtracks, I've had the chance to share with you my story. A story that will go on to be heard by thousands of people who would subscribe here, and also have the chance to share with me their story about what made them fans. A favorite moment they may have had, a favorite character they felt inspired by, because forever we've drawn inspiration from our favorite Descendants of Zombies characters. Now that may have came in the form of you collecting all the Descendants of Zombies merch that came with being a fan. That may have came in the form of having a favorite character or a favorite song. But no matter who we are or where we come from, whatever our situation is, the only thing we've ever known is that we were a fan of Descendants of Zombies, and we were brought that much closer together because of it. So as a result of this, I've always believed there is never any room, any conversation that we could have about your favorite stars today for any criticism, either constructive or just general criticism, because I've never been a fan of it. People will find what they can to criticize about a franchise that is overwhelmingly popular, that has exceeded the expectations of every critic out there. And Descendants of Zombies definitely falls into that category and stands in a category of its own. We can compare Descendants of Zombies to any generation of Disney, either past or present, whatever we're fans of. But the thing is, nothing ever comes close to a comparison that could be made between Descendants of Zombies and something else. I remember how popular Hannah Montana was years ago, and I couldn't help but feel for the stars who were under a considerable amount of pressure, having to attend public school while filming episodes of Hannah Montana on set. I felt for Miley Cyrus, I felt for Emily Osment because of what they were going through, and I took to my YouTube channel to let it be known, and to be heard by more people than ever before. But I have never received as much love and support from a group of fans, a niche really, such as Descendants of Zombies. You guys have forever been supportive of how I felt about this franchise, how I've shared my story with each and every one of you, because you gave me a chance to share a story that I never ever thought would be heard by as many people as will go on to be heard by, and so well received. I am the most well received commentator in the history of Descendants of Zombies, but the more that I think about it, in terms of these reaction videos, nobody really knows how to commentate on Descendants of Zombies and tell these stories the way that I have. I've loved sharing with you my experiences about how I loved Ruby, how I thought the world of Kylie Cantrell, how I thought they deserved better in the way of treatment and reviews. And I just saw Malia Baker's review on eTalk when she did this interview on eTalk promoting Descendants 5 book Wonderland, and I was so honored to have the chance to watch it. It was about an 11.5-minute long interview, and in those 11 minutes, Malia Baker really opened up to eTalk. She opened up to the fans of eTalk, and she thanked them for being incredibly supportive of her and all the cast of Descendants 5 book Wonderland, who have truly come together and created something special. They shot it here in Canada, and for those of you who have never been to Canada, Canada is a really beautiful place. It's one of those extraordinary places in the world that you should take yourself up on the opportunity to come visit because of the landscape. The scenery is really beautiful. I've lived here on this island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and it's often reminded me of Oregon. Now, I know there's probably no comparison that can be made to any other place in the world to Oregon, but it's really reminded me of Oregon. There's just something about the nighttime sky here when the sea hits the land and the rocks. It's really beautiful. It really puts your mind at ease. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I love recording videos with my thoughts in them on Descendants of Zombies every night, is because I'm at peace of mind and I can really tell you how I feel about how far this franchise has come and yet how far it has to go, because millions of people have discovered the power behind Descendants of Zombies, how relatable the characters are, how relatable the story is, how you can't help but fall head over heels in love with it. But there are still millions of people out there who still have to discover the power of Descendants of Zombies, who are entering their Descendants of Zombies phase, because we've all had phases that we've experienced as Disney fans over the years. The Hannah Montana phase, the High School Musical phase, our Phineas and Ferb phase, our Tangled phase. It goes on for forever, because no matter who we were, even if it wasn't a Disney Channel star, it was a Disney character, because over the last 100 years, Disney has created over 100 characters that has gone on to define what he wanted to represent through the eyes of every character he created, especially Mickey Mouse, who has gone on to achieve the rarity of being the most popular Disney character and the most popular character in general of all time. You can put Mickey Mouse up against any character, and he will forever and always have a very special place in all of our hearts for a very long time. So too will the Disney princesses, because I don't care who we are. We all have a favorite Disney princess that we idolize, that we thought the world over. I know there are people who have been very critical over these Disney princesses and their images and how they've been received, but the thing is, no matter who we are, we all have a Disney princess who we draw inspiration from. So too have your favorite stars, because we hear Freya talking about Rapunzel. We've heard Ruby talking about Rapunzel time and time again. And I couldn't help but feel for Ruby when she expressed desire to want to play Rapunzel for the first time ever in the Disney live-action Tangled. Mila Manheim will play Eugene, Tegan Croft will play Rapunzel for the first time ever, and I'm really excited to see this one put together and see what it will come to be, because this has to be one of Disney's most popular franchises of all time, and it's one that Disney can ill afford to make any mistakes with. I have a lot of confidence in the producers and the writers of Disney to bring this one to life, as I have for Descendants of Zombies for many years, and I look forward to seeing what Mila Manheim will do in his next project. Just yesterday was his 25th birthday, and we celebrated Mila Manheim's birthday yesterday on this YouTube channel, as we have every significant milestone in the history of Descendants of Zombies. And I got to tell you guys, being a part of these significant milestones, the anniversaries of the premieres of Descendants of Zombies, being a part of events like the Worlds Collide Tour, I've had the time of my life. Last summer, the summer of 2025, will be a summer that I will never, ever forget, because I got to share in it with each and every one of you, along with sharing with you my story. A story that I never imagined would be taken as seriously as what it was, and so many people would fall in love with my passion for video games and my love for pro wrestling, which eventually became Descendants of Zombies, because I've been on the radio and YouTube for a very long time. Many of you probably don't know this, but I've been on YouTube for over 25 years. And the greatest honor that I ever had was sharing my story with you about how I thought Hilary Duff was going to be the next sensation from Disney, how I thought Selena Gomez was beyond talented. And I wanted to put them over. And in numerous videos that I recorded over the years, I had the chance to do that, because I looked at the positives of Selena Gomez's career. I looked at the good side of Miley Cyrus. In light of all the criticism they received, I couldn't help but support them. And I'm doing the same thing 25 years later, about 15 years later, you could say, for your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars. Because if there ever was a guy who wanted to support them with all of his heart, it was this guy. And I will forever come out of love and support for your favorite stars, because I saw the emotion in the performances at the Worlds Collide Tour, how you guys wish that this could have been a moment that could have lasted for forever, that you could have shared in with your friends for forever, because many of you were taking selfies of you and your friends in the crowd, and you were having the time of your life. And despite all the criticism, the merch, and the quality of it received, you guys bought your Worlds Collide Tour hoodie, and many of you have never ever taken it off. I want to send a special shout out of love and support to the Freya Sky community, who have been with me for forever. We've reviewed Freya in hundreds of videos that I've uploaded here on this YouTube channel, and because of you, this YouTube channel has seen over 117,000 views in less than 1 year. 117,000 views, that's a record. We are breaking records and shattering records all the time because of how passionate you felt about Freya Sky, how strongly you felt about a superstar who is really on the way to making a name for herself in this industry. I will never forget the performance she gave in Toronto. I saw the video of it on YouTube. The place was packed with thousands of Freya Sky fans, and the emotion was at an all-time high. Leg 1 was a huge success, and Leg 2 is going to be even bigger, because Leg 2 is going to head overseas beginning in June of 2026. Tickets are still available off FreyaSky.com, so you might want to head over there and purchase your tickets before they are sold out, because Leg 1 of that tour sold out really quick, relatively fast, and it had everything to do with her relevancy and how popular she was. Because undeniably, she was setting herself up for a very bright future, because no matter what star we talk about, they all have constellations out there, and they all have a star in that constellation, and their stars are setting up to shine brighter than ever before. And I'm so excited to be a part of that and to really witness this. And if I'm going to record a review about Freya Sky, it's going to have to be something nice. It's going to have to be something far more relatable than what you guys have been watching, because a lot of people have tried to relate to Freya but never could. People have tried to put together reviews about Freya but have failed drastically, because in order to record a video about Freya Sky, you're not only going to have that appreciation that comes with being a fan of Freya, but you've got to understand how that fan feels watching your video on the other side of it. You've got to put your heart out there, and you've just got to hope that you win the hearts of every Descendants of Zombies fan, every Freya Sky fan, every Quality Control fan. That comes with being a reviewer on YouTube. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've received my fair share of criticism, but there is nothing that can compare to the love and support that you receive from fans of Descendants of Zombies who truly come together and allow you to be a part of a soundtrack. Because that's what I've become, a part of a soundtrack. I've shared stories with you about what it was like growing up in the 1980s, 1990s, and how fun it was and how it really brought my life to a whole new purpose. And it allowed me to discover a place in this world, because being a commentator on YouTube oftentimes is very challenging, because what you have to do as a commentator is you have to find a niche. And you have to fall into a niche that is going to be acceptant of how you feel, along with sharing your story with that niche. And little did I know that the Descendants of Zombies niche would go on to hold a very special place in my heart for allowing me the opportunity to have shared my story with them. And thousands of people keep on subscribing here. Guys, keep on showing your love and support for this YouTube channel, because the stronger we can make it together as a fan base is going to really help it. So if you hit that subscribe button and give somebody out there a chance to find these videos and really take away something special from everything I've shared about Clarke Control, because the thing is, once you give somebody like Clarke Control a chance, or you put your heart out there for being a fan of Freya Sky, you never know how far your videos can have an incredible reach. I never imagined that my videos would be seen in so many places in the world and be so well received. My videos have been seen in Canada, they've been seen in the United States, they've been seen overseas, they've been seen in Germany. It's had such an expansion and such an incredible reach. And it blows my mind every single time how we've really come together and we've created something special, and we've given back to Descendants of Zombies. So if you are somebody who has never subscribed to this YouTube channel, you can help make this YouTube channel stronger by hitting the subscribe button and becoming a fan of Descendants of Zombies, and showing your love and support for every fan of Descendants of Zombies out there who just want to be given something special to believe in. Because I know that people have been saying that Zombies 5 feels like it's forever away, like it's never going to happen. And people have been wondering, people have been YouTubing ever since news about Zombies 5 being in development was first published. People have been wondering when Zombies 5 was coming out. And this guy here was telling you it was going to happen sometime between now and 2027. 2027 being the latest tentative release date. And in 2027, we are all going to be a part of something special. Lo and behold, Jonathan Clarke was right with his prediction of Zombies 5 seeing a 2027 release window. Because in 2027, we have the chance of seeing mermaids become a part of this franchise, and I'm really excited about it, because mermaids are often associated with magic, and what it comes down to is how much you believe in magic. I myself have always wanted to open up my own magic shop. Now, while that magic shop may have been very poorly financed, I always wanted to have the chance to open up my own magic shop like Mr. Sardo from Are You Afraid of the Dark? Accent on the dough. Although my name would never be something as crazy as Mr. Sardo, I would always love to open up my own magic shop, or have the chance to be a part of something so magical, just to offer you guys encouragement. The one thing I've loved offering in these videos is encouragement and hope for people that had everything to do with the future for Descendants of Zombies, because the more encouragement we can offer your favorite stars, the stronger they're going to feel, and the stronger we're going to make them. The one thing I've often admired about your favorite stars is the strength they have, how much endurance they have, and how they're able to shine through all the criticism they've always had. And I've come out with so much love and support for this project, Descendants of Zombies, projects in the future. We know that Clarke Control has a new album coming out in 2026, sometime between now and the end of the year. We can expect this new album to drop. She's already promoting it. She's letting people know what's up. And I really appreciate how Clarke Control is really putting herself out there. She's never really cared what people think about her. All she wants is for you to know what's going on with her, because she's been MIA for a while. She's been really busy with The Masked Singer. She's been really busy putting together Descendants and everything having to do with it. She's even done promos for Nintendo. So that's really cool. And she's still promoting her YouTube channel, which many years ago I was a huge fan of. And seeing Clarke Control still posting content at the age of 21 years old coming up in June, that's really dedication to you guys. It's not dedication to what she believes in. It's dedication to each and every one of you. And that shows heart. And that's what I really appreciated about Clarke Control, how strong she is and how much heart she has for each and every one of you, because she wants you guys to be a part of her life as much as she's been a part of yours. Because you felt connected to Clarke Control, and that deserves to be encouraged. That deserves to be encouragement, and I just wanted to be that guy, but to be behind the microphone, offering you that encouragement to keep on loving and supporting your favorite stars for a very long time. Because I know what it's like to, be such a huge fan of a star. I grew up in the 1990s, so having a poster of your favorite girl singer or your favorite boy band member was very common in that generation that I grew up in. I was always a huge fan of Jessica Simpson. I was a sucker for Jessica Simpson's debut album in 1999. It was called Sweet Kisses. And I knew from the very first moment that I heard a note from Jessica Simpson in one of her songs, a lyric, she was going to be something special. And indeed, she would go on to become something special. She's 45 years old now, and she's still just as huge of a success story as she was over 20 years ago. I remember seeing her premiere, and I remember her going on to become one of the greatest Disney stars who ever had the chance to receive exposure from Disney, and she really seized those opportunities. So too did Britney Spears. Just yesterday, I was driving home, and from out of nowhere, Oops, I Did It Again plays on the radio. And I remembered how catchy that song was when it premiered on May 3rd, 2000 as part of Britney Spears' latest compilation. It was called Britney, and I never, ever forgot it. Guys, I've had the chance to be a part of so many incredible eras and so many incredible generations that have been involving stars of the past and even stars of the present. I am somebody who feels like he's been a part of every generation of Disney. I've been caught in a time warp, but I've never had any regrets, because I've loved sharing my story with you about how I was a fan of Clarke and Clarke, how I was a fan of Ruby Rose Turner, how I once was a fan of Jessica Simpson and Selena Gomez. I was forever supportive of them. When it came to being a supporter of a generation, I was one commentator on YouTube who you knew when you saw him coming, he was going to say something nice. Because if you can't say anything nice at all, you shouldn't say anything at all. That was advice given to me by my mom. So you've always got to say something nice about whoever you're talking about, because there's always that chance that a fan of Kylie is going to watch your video. There's always a chance that a fan of Freya is going to watch your video. And there's always a chance, I know how unrealistic this may sound, but there's always a chance that someone like Kylie Cantrell is going to stumble across your video, because they do YouTube themselves every night. YouTube has millions of videos uploaded to this platform every day. So the one thing I've wanted to do is encourage them to keep on moving forward, to pursue projects and dreams that they may have wanted to have, because I don't care who we are. We all have dreams and we all have a story. So together, our dreams and our stories come together and create something special. It presents a chance for us to tell our story. We may never know how well received our story is going to be, but when we have the chance to tell our story, the response we receive from it is nothing short of amazing and spectacular. And I've had the chance to experience this firsthand. If you've ever wanted to create your own YouTube channel, I think you should go for it and shoot for the stars. Because when you create your own YouTube channel, you have a chance of being heard and seen by more people than ever before. You never know how many likes you're going to put up, how many subscribers you're going to receive from a video, because we've all come together and created something special. And lo and behold, to my understanding, this has become everybody's favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time. So many people want me to keep on creating videos, and I'm here to tell you guys that I will always be here out of love and support for your favorite stars. I've loved supporting them. I've loved supporting you, and I think supporting a future is what comes with that, and encouraging you to believe in this future than perhaps ever before. I have had the time of my life, not just sitting here talking about Descendants of Zombies in front of this camera every night, but I've had the chance of meeting you, and you having a chance to share with me your story about what made you a fan of Descendants of Zombies, because in so many unique ways, we all have different reasons as why we are fans of Descendants of Zombies. Some of us are fans of it because of the music. Some of us are fans of it because of the workout regimes. Some of us are fans of it because of the fashion sense. We all have a reason for being a fan of Descendants of Zombies, and we have drawn inspiration from that, and it's brought us that much closer together. And I have felt more than honored to have been a part of eras such as the Disney Renaissance, the up-and-coming stars of Disney, which we are witnessing today, becoming stronger every day, being up at 4:30 in the morning and recording albums and performing on stage every single night for world tours. At 15, 16 years old, these girls are performing on world tour stages. And that is an accomplishment in its own right. It's really a milestone that they probably never even imagined they would get to, but they got there because of each and every one of you. Everything we do for Descendants of Zombies comes back to each and every one of you. And I think that more YouTube creators should say these two words to each and every one of you, because I have certainly appreciated every follower and every fan I've ever had. More YouTube creators need to go out of their way to say thank you for having made Descendants of Zombies such a profound success and having it hold a very special place in each and every one of our hearts. Because no matter who we are, we've all taken something special away from Descendants of Zombies. We have defined ourselves for being fans through Descendants of Zombies. It is a legacy, and it is really history that we are all going to be a part of. So because it's history we are going to be a part of, we should enjoy it. And the way that I see it and perceive it, there's no better way to enjoy it than by being a part of it together. I think we should all come together and be together as fans and be incredibly supportive of each other, because kind people do exist in this world, and I have seen more kind people exist within this niche than ever before. That is truly evident. That has truly been a life-changing experience for me, and one that I will never ever forget, because I got to share my story with you about how I was a fan of Descendants of Zombies. Now, I believed in your favorite stars just as much as each and every one of you did, if not more. If you are somebody who has never subscribed here to this YouTube channel, probably watching your very first Jonathan Clarke video, hi. My name is Jonathan Clarke. Long story short, I am a huge fan of Descendants of Zombies, and I've loved being a part of this story with each and every one of you, sharing with you my story and also hearing yours. That has brought us that much closer together and made us the best of friends, because we are all fans of Descendants of Zombies, representing it in so many unique ways. Thank you so much for having a very special place in your heart for Descendants of Zombies and making this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke, and I will see you guys in the next video.